Ladies, I'm here on the show. I'm here with my final video of the night. I'm here talking about my last game of week 1. I'm not doing Florida State, Boston College. Hell with that. Get out here. It's gonna be a blowout. Maybe it's not a blowout. It'll be close, maybe, but I don't feel like recapping the game. But so this will be my last week 1 recap, and we're gonna recap from the game from the games I watched. This was my best game of week 1. I know I saw Abilene Christian and Texas Tech was like both, it was like 53-52, but this was the best game that I watched for week 1. Thriller, back and forth game, 2 new quarterbacks, Garrett Nussmeier, I think his name is, replacing Jaden Daniels. You got Miller Moss replacing Caleb Williams, 2 Heisman winners, replaced by quarterback I think has been there for a few years for LSU, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure he was a backup last year, and Miller Moss was the backup, or a quarterback I think that played in the Holiday Bowl against Louisville last year. I knew that kid would be good. I knew Miller Moss would be good because I seen him play in that game last year, and I think he's going to be better than Caleb Williams at USC. I think he's going to play better against these big opponents compared to Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams against the ranked teams really struggled, I thought. I think Miller Moss is going to be better. I really do. Just made so many nice plays tonight. I just like what I saw from Miller Moss. Like, he lived what it meant to lose yourself in the music. Tonight was his moment. He got a shot, and he just nailed it. I believe this USC team, the way they played defense tonight, so much better than last year. It felt like last year it was like, oh, here's a touchdown, there's a touchdown, you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown. But but their defense is really talented, and I think this could be a playoff team. I really do. I like how they looked offensively with Miller Moss controlling it. And I believe this USC team can be a top 10 team with the way the defense played tonight. No defensive coordinator from UCLA really made a difference. Lots of weapons as well. I think they're the real deal. Like they got some really good weapons offensively, like Zerikai Branch. Miller Moss also is just so calm under pressure. So many times where he was just calm under the pressure. Lincoln Riley, great offensive mind. And I really think this team has something in them now that their defense isn't abysmal anymore. Miller Moss, he delivered. I mean, let's go over his stats here. 27 of 36, 378 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. He led that last drive of the game. Miller Moss did the last drive USC had. Drove down the field with some nice passes. And then Joe Quavius Marcus, a transfer from Mississippi State, with a touchdown to win the game. I was thinking they're just going to go run it here, call their timeout, take the field goal, but they didn't. They just ran it straight up the middle for a touchdown. I don't know how LSU did not see that coming right there, because there's 13 seconds. They're not going to pass the football right there. How do you not stop that up the middle? And they didn't let him score either. They tried to stop him. I don't know how you just didn't see that coming. I mean, it was obvious they were going to run up the middle. But Miller Moss led that drive down the field, and Jaquavius Marks finished it off. He went 16 for 68, 16 runs, 68 yards, 4.2 yards per carry, 2 touchdowns. Miller Moss, 1 touchdown, 378 yards. They just have so many weapons offensively. Kyron Ware-Hudson tonight, 5 catches, 83 yards. Lake McCree, 5 catches, 56 yards. I think they're starting tight end. Zachariah Branch, really talented receiver, 4 catches, 56 yards. Jacoby Lane, 3 catches, 50 yards. Kyle Ford, 2 catches, 45 yards. Deuce Robinson, 2 catches, 49 yards. Mikhail Lemon, 1 catch, 22 yards. Like, they have a lot of weapons offensively. And Jacoby Lane had the receiving touchdown. Like, all these weapons, they had one guy would go over 80 yards, and then 1, 2, 3. 3 guys go over 50, and 2 guys with 45 plus. They really spread the ball out well, nicely. And they got the interception in the game, but just their defense. They really held up in big situations, I thought. So, I loved how their defense looked. As for LSU, Brian Kelly, he just cannot get those big wins, man. It's just the coach he is. His team just can't get those big wins. It's probably, and he even said it's the first time he's been angry at LSU with his football team. There was points to personal fouls that helped USC score, and not having that killer instinct to put USC away. Just some personal fouls, and they take that on the persona of their coach. What accent did he say it with this time? But yeah, he pretty much threw his players under the bus here. That's not a good look on for you to just come out and say points to personal fouls. They just didn't have that kill. They just didn't have the killer instinct to put it away. Maybe he should be mad at his offensive coordinator because they had a 3rd and 1 with 7 minutes left that they could have put this game away. And they didn't. 3rd and 1. That was an awful call right there. And then USC gets the ball back. I think they get a field goal. I think. No, was it a touchdown? It was either a touchdown or a field goal. But check it on the Paul Feinbaum. Check it on Paul Feinbaum. How's he doing right now? Brian Kelly's going to execute them all. But Brian Kelly took zero accountability here, threw his team under the bus. And he's the reason they lost. I thought there was horrible play calling, selfish decisions. That first possession of the game, I know you want to get a touchdown right there. I know you want to start the season hot. But you got to take those 3 points. You have to take those 3 points early in this game. Because every point matters. There was a 3rd and 1 call I was mentioning. They didn't get a first down there. That was a horrible call. They could have had a way better play than that. So there was some decisions I thought that Brian Kelly costed LSU this football game here. We went over USC's player stats, team stats. They had 447 total yards, 370 passing, 69 rushing yards, 24 first down, 7.5 yards of play, 3 of 9 on 3rd down. But this was a difference, I thought. This is the 10 penalties for 99 yards on LSU. USC had 6 for 60, but 10 penalties for 99 yards on LSU. It really costed them. And I thought both defenses played well. They really held up. Sometimes they would bend but not break. Both defenses played well overall, especially in the first quarter. But first and third quarters, I thought the defenses played well. Just overall, both defenses played well. There was just nice plays made by the quarterbacks. Garrett Nussmeier, 29 of 38, 340 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Thought a good game from Garrett Nussmeier. I was kind of curious how he would look, replacing Jaden Daniels. But he looked pretty good. I'm not going to lie. Besides that interception in the game, the last play, I thought he looked pretty good. They didn't run the ball a lot. They did run with John Emery. 10 runs, 61 yards, 6.1 a carry. Garrett Nussmeier played well. I don't know why they didn't run the ball more. John Emery ran the ball really effectively. They involved to Josh Williams, 9 runs, 33 yards, 3.7 a carry. He really didn't have an impact. Caleb Jackson, 6 runs, 18 yards, 3 a carry. Good to receiving. Kyron Lacey, 7 catches, 94 yards. Aaron Anderson, 5 catches, 64 yards and a touchdown. And Mason Taylor, 7 catches, 62 yards. C.J. Daniels, 3 catches, 19 yards. Xavier Thomas, 2 catches, 23 yards. John Emery, 1 catch, 10 yards. Kamorion Pimpton, 1 catch, 14 yards. Savion Jones is a beast, man. 2 sacks tonight for him. He played really, really well. He's going to be a big piece of their defensive line. To me. He's going to be a big piece of their defensive line. They were able to get a lot of pressure on Miller Moss. It's just he was really calm in the pocket. But yeah, USC improves to 1-0. LSU drops to 0-1. Small little upset here, I guess. Because I picked freaking LSU to win this game. Of course, they lost. But yeah, I have more confidence in this USC team. I really like Miller Moss more than Caleb Williams. Their defense is way better now. The defensive coordinator they brought in, really good. I mean, yeah. That's really all I gotta say. Miller Moss, 2-0 both against ranked teams, by the way. Louisville in last year, and the start of this year, LSU. But both of these teams are going to be contenders, to me. But yeah, until next time, peace, leave a like, comment, subscribe for more.